Brothers lost at sea. I stay calm. I am the only person in the world with genuine deep-sea rescue experience. When my younger brother's submarine went down and he called for help from 30,000 feet below, I hung up on him. Then, calm and unhurried, I went straight to the police station and turned myself in for leaking classified research data. A few minutes later, my father called, furious. Your brother's life is hanging by a thread. Where the hell are you? I demand you to get to the site and save him right now, or you won't see a single penny of the family fortune. I pulled the blanket over myself and said into the phone, perfectly composed, don't bother me. I'm trying to sleep. The captain from the rescue center came looking for Cyrus Selden, just as someone shook me awake from sleep. Lucas Trouble, your brother eyed in submarine The Abyss. Explorer has lost contact at 35,000 feet in the Mariana Trench. I blinked the sleep from my eyes and looked at him dully, so I asked, my tone flat. Cyrus froze, as if he hadn't expected that kind of reaction. We need you, he blurted. You're the only person in the world who's ever pulled off a successful rescue at that depth. You're their only hope. I lay back down, turned over, and pulled the blanket up. Sorry, I murmured. Can't help you, Lucas Sullivan. Are you out of your brothers still down there along with 20 other crew members? Their oxygen won't last more than 72 hours. Look for my wife Alara. I cut him off. She was the chief commander during the last rescue. She's more experienced than I am. You should be talking to her. Cyrus grabbed me by the collar, furious. What the hell are you talking about? You think we didn't try reaching Chief Zimmery, but she's not even in the country? I chuckled softly. I know with that. I pulled the blanket over my head and ignored him. He swore under his breath and stormed out of the holding cell. A few minutes later, the ringtone I assigned to my father, Farron Sullivan, went off. I answered, Lucas, why did you refuse the rescue mission? Your brother's still trapped down there? His voice came out sharp and heavy with suppressed rage. Dad, I told you already. Call Alara. She's the one you need. I can't reach her. Her satellite phone turned off. His tone rose, laced with panic. I laughed quietly. That's normal, because she's aboard the Abyss Explorer right now. Farron's breathing stopped short on the other end. Then came the storm. What kind of nonsense is that? I personally assigned Alara to the Arctic for Project Aurora last month. She's not due back for another 4 weeks. How the hell could she be on the Abyss Explorer? I hung up before he could finish. The phone rang again, almost instantly. This time it was my stepmother, Claudia Linton. Her voice trembled, thick with tears. Lucas, please, I'm begging you. Go save your brother. Leaning back in the chair, I closed my eyes and listened to her sobs in silence. Also, half the research crew on that submarine where your students are. You really going to just sit there and watch them die at the bottom of the ocean? Will you be able to live with yourself? I laughed. Of course I could live with it. An hour later, my father and stepmother found me at the detention center behind the cold steel bar. I watched the news on the wall-mounted TV, a live broadcast of the Abyss Explorer rescue mission. The anchor's voice was full of practiced emotion as she recited the list of missing crew members, hailing them as national heroes who had sacrificed themselves for science. I raised my cuffed hands and gave a small shrug toward the two standing outside the bars. As you can see, my hands are tied. Literally. I've been detained for allegedly leaking classified data from the Abyss Explorer. Claudia's expression shifted in mere seconds from shock to disbelief to venomous hatred. Her carefully maintained face twisted with fury as she shrieked, "It was you, Lucas! You did this on purpose! You've always been jealous of your brother, jealous that he became the chief designer of the Abyss Explorer at such a young age. You couldn't have it, so you decided to destroy him. You're vile." Every word of her accusation mirrored the same script the media had used in my previous life. Clearly, they'd had this story ready for a long time.